Israel since 1967. I'm so involved that in 1968 I came to Israel. I lived in Rishon LeZion in the summer. And he was involved in many things. His last two endeavors, he was the chairman of the Jewish Agency, chairman of the Board of Governors, he was the chairman of the Board of Governors of Hebrew University. But what I always think about him, he was a Zionist, but he never moved here. And I always thought that was a shame. He used to fly in on a Saturday evening, stay at the King David Hotel, go over to the Jewish Agency, and leave on a Tuesday evening. I had the opportunity to move here and become a part of what was going on here. And three of my four sons have served or are serving in the IDF today. Two of the three in combat units. And what I understood was that my children's experience was unique in comparison to other young Israeli men and women who serve in the military. You know, Jewish kids in America don't even think about that they're going to pay to go to university. They understand that that's an obligation that their parents take on. It's not even a consideration that they would have to come up with the money, for the most part. Jewish kids in America, besides not even considering paying for going to university, would never consider that not only will I have to go to university, that I'll have to work in some kind of part-time menial job for a period of time to support myself to get through college. And by the time you're 23 or 25, you should have already been on with your career in the United States of America. But we have a very unique situation here. We have a Jewish country with many problems, but with many opportunities. And what I always understood about my father, more than anything, was that he never expected the government to do anything for anybody. He only expected that there would be a level playing field and that people would get the opportunity to advance themselves. And to the extent that they could advance themselves economically was the extent that they would contribute to society and that they would build. And he was very fortunate, and he was able to do that. And there are many people that are like that in the United States that contributed to the state of Israel. But what I understood after seeing my kids go through the Army is I understood that we have to create opportunities for young people who are finished with the Army. Not only go to the Army, I know that there are students here that don't all go to the Army, but we have to create an opportunity because we don't have any kind of GI Bill. You know, if you go to the Army in the United States, you get out, you get your university paid for. That doesn't exist here. We say to our kids, go out, defend us, shed blood for us, fight for us, and when you get out, you're really on your own. And because we're not a rich country, we're not the United States of America, which once was a rich country, it's a debtor country now. But being able to see I just give you one small example, I don't want to bore you, but you know, my son, who's youngest son, he's in Golani Palchan, called me one day, and he said to me, you know, Dad, there's the Mitzdayan, the best soldier in our Pluga, and he wants to drop out. And I said, why does he want to drop out? He said, he needs to drop out so he can go back home and go to work so he can provide for his family, because his mother's divorced and there's 4 children. And there's no opportunity for him to advance here in the Army. If he stays another 2 years, it was at the halfway through their training. So that enlightened me as to what the reality is on the ground in this country. And what I understand, because I was not somebody who prided myself on my scholarship, that if we could create opportunities, and I see the future that I was saying on the way down here tonight, if you look in every single country, the United Kingdom, the United States of America, every single country, what is there a shortage of? There's a shortage of engineers. So to the extent that we support this college, to the extent that we provide scholarships, to the extent that we get behind this college in a big way, is to the extent that we guarantee our future. Because we will not guarantee our future by having stipends from the government. We will guarantee our future by hopefully creating entrepreneurs in all different endeavors of engineering. And to that extent, our foundation wants to be a part of that. We want to be a part of watching Israel continue to grow, to develop entrepreneurs, to develop Zionists who are capitalists, who are not looking to the government as the way to guarantee their safety, but guaranteeing their safety on their own and their economic future by leveling the playing field through education. And so tonight, it's a real pleasure for me to be here as a representative of the foundation and to hope that everybody here who has the ability to participate and to contribute will do so. Thank you very much.